High-end homes do things differently from the average home, and that's part of what makes them feel distinct. Two homes can have the same size room, similar furniture, and the same general layout, but one will feel elevated and the other still feels like it's missing something. It's not that high-end homes are doing more, they're doing a few things very differently. My name is Chaudhry, and that difference is what we're talking about today. If you're a returning subscriber, hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be a subscriber. Remember that if you would like our help in designing your room, you can have that help by clicking the link in the description below. The first thing to know is that high-end homes use fewer, better materials. Most homes try to create interest by adding more finishes, more textures, more variety. But high-end homes do the opposite. They simplify. They repeat materials intentionally, they limit the palette, and they let those materials carry the space. Because materials are what your eye reads first. When you have too many, the home feels fragmented. Your eye is jumping around. Nothing feels connected. But when you reduce it down, the space feels calm, connected, and cohesive. You'll see things like walnut repeated across multiple pieces, brass echoed in lighting and hardware, leather, wool, and wood working together. Better materials doesn't just mean more expensive, so don't be fooled by a higher price tag. There's an entire market designed to make lower quality materials feel equal. They're not. So what do we look for? Real wood instead of laminate, wool instead of synthetic blends, finishes that have depth, not shine. A simple way to think about it, if it looks better as it ages, it's probably the right material. Secondly, these homes relate everything back to a central idea. Many rooms fall apart because there's no anchor. Everything is trying to stand on its own. High-end rooms, they don't work like that. They're built around one central idea, something everything else supports. That could be a fireplace, a large window, a dominant material, or even just a mood. But the room answers one question clearly. What is this space about? And once that's defined, everything starts to line up. Your furniture has a place to face, your lighting has somewhere to fall, your layout stops feeling like a guess. Without that center, the room feels disconnected. But with it, it feels structured. The next thing to understand is that they design for feeling, not just function. Most people design rooms around use. Where does the TV go? Where should the couch sit? That's not wrong, but it's incomplete. High-end homes take it one step further. They ask, how should this room feel when you walk in? Calm with lower lighting and softer textures, warm with darker tones and natural materials, focused with cleaner lines and less visual noise. Once that's decided, you have direction, and your lighting, materials, and layout can support it. Because people don't remember function, they remember how a room felt. A big part of feeling is paint color. If you've struggled with that, I put together a short guide called Stop Guessing Paint Colors. It's a handful of paint colors that we've found to consistently work. It's linked below. Fourth, they use contrast with control. The average home falls into one of two extremes: no contrast or too much of it. High-end homes sit right in the middle. They use contrast, but they control it. You'll see things like dark walls with lighter seating, heavier wood paired with softer fabrics, warm lighting against deeper tones. The key is, it's never random. A simple rule is that if your eye can move smoothly through the room, the contrast is working. If your eye is getting pulled in multiple directions, it's too much. Make it a goal to use just a few contrasts: light versus dark, soft versus structured, matte versus slight sheen. Not 10 competing ideas. There are rooms out there who have a dark wall, a bright white sofa, a bold pattern rug, black metal lighting, gold hardware, glass tables, colorful artwork. You can pass out just trying to understand what's happening. Instead, choose a dominant direction and have everything support that. 70% darker tones paired with 30% lighter tones, or vice versa. Lastly, high-end homes think in zones, not just rooms. People often look at a space and think, this is my living room. But high-end design breaks that down further. Within a single room, you can have a conversation area, a reading corner, an entry moment, a transition space. This comes from how homes used to be designed. There were separate rooms for everything: a dining room, a sitting room, a study. Modern homes combined all of this into open floor plans. High-end homes bring that structure back without adding the walls. That's what zoning does. It gives each part of the room a purpose. So instead of furniture floating, everything has a place to belong. The room feels more functional, but also more intentional. None of this is about adding more. It's about making better decisions with what already exists. Fewer, stronger materials, a clear central idea, designing for how it feels, controlled contrast and defined zones. These are small adjustments, but they have lasting appeal. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you feel like sticking around a while, feel free to subscribe. See you in the next one.